There's a road in Burl County, West Virginia, that locals don't take after midnight. Not because of the curves, though the road does bend back on itself like something in pain, but because of what happens to the people who drive it alone. They always arrive. That's the thing. They always arrive. But something comes with them, something that wasn't there when they left. Route 9 cuts through the eastern ridge of the Appalachians for about 18 miles. It's a coal road, built in the 1940s to haul freight. It's been paved over twice, and both times the asphalt cracked within a year. The locals say the mountain doesn't want to be covered. There are 6 documented cases since 1979 of drivers who took Route 9 alone after dark and arrived at their destination, perfectly physically fine, but wrong. Changed in a way that nobody could quite name. Their families noticed first, then co-workers, then doctors. Something behind the eyes, something missing from the way they said hello. Marcus Hale drove Route 9 on a Tuesday in November. He had no choice. His mother was dying in the hospital on the other side of the mountain, and the bridge was out. He told himself the stories were nonsense. Drunk men, guilty consciences, folklore dressed up in headlights. He made it 12 miles in. That's when the radio changed. Not static, not a different station. A voice, his voice, reading out names. Slowly, calmly. A girl from 3rd grade, his college roommate, his dead father. Like a list being crossed off one by one. He turned the radio off. The voice kept going. Marcus pulled over, sat in the dark for a long time. There was nothing outside, no other cars, no animals, just the tree line and the fog coming off the ridge. He sat there for 40 minutes. Then he drove on. And here's where it gets hard to explain. When he reached the hospital, his mother was already awake, already sitting up. She looked at him the way you look at someone when you're trying to remember where you know them from. She recovered, fully. Within 2 weeks, she was home. Marcus visited every Sunday after that. She never said anything directly about him, but she started setting an extra plate at dinner. Every single week. When he asked who it was for, she just shook her head. Slowly. Like she didn't want to say it out loud. He noticed his hands on the wheel were not quite his hands. Not different in any way he could describe. Same knuckles, same scar on the left thumb from the fence wire when he was 9. But when he looked at them, something in his gut said, "Those aren't yours." He stopped looking at them. That helped. He told himself it helped. 2 years later, his mother passed. Natural causes, in her sleep. Peaceful, the nurses said. At the funeral, Marcus met people he'd never seen before. 3 of them, standing near the back. They didn't sign the book. They looked at him and smiled. Not a happy smile, a smile of recognition. He hasn't driven after dark since. He keeps every curtain in his house closed. He doesn't listen to the radio. And sometimes, late at night, he hears his own voice coming from somewhere in the house, reading names, getting closer to the end of the list. Route 9 is still there. You can look it up. People still drive it. Most of them are fine. If you want more stories like this, stories that happened in places you can visit, roads you can actually drive, subscribe.